Drumming is part and parcel of African culture. African music is characterized by a strong rhythmic interest that exhibits different characteristics in all regions. Every region, ethnic group and tribe has a rhythm to their culture. This is why you are likely to see drumming and dancing in almost every part of the continent. You will see people drumming just for the fun of it, and it's entertainment to them and those that surround them. Drumming can be fun and a way to immerse yourself into the African culture. Depending on the place, the importance of these drums changes. Well-known African drums are bata, djembe, gudugudu, konogo, to mention but a few. Each of these drums serve different purposes and are used for special occasions, festivals, ceremonies, and carnivals. They are also employed as tourist attraction in various African countries, promoting and exhibiting African heritage and culture. These drums are differentiated by their sizes and sounds they make and the way they look. Let's take you to the western part of Nigeria and the Accra region of Ghana to see how some of these drums are made.
My name is Raji Sodiq from the compound of Oloshoku in Ibadan land. I am from the family of Ayo in Oloshoku in Ore Onili.
So, and this is what we do. We are into carving of king drum. So, the process of the work is
first, we cut the wood, and after which we carve the inside, and then we carve the body to the desired shape. We then scoop the inside to smoothen it and then give it a fine shape using a small knife. We also work on the edge for balance. The various instruments we use for carving the drum are cutlass for cutting the wood, awogi to dig the inside of the wood in order to create an opening reaching both ends. We use akiboro to shape the body of the drum in order to get the desired shape depending on the kind of drum to be produced. A scraper is used to scrape the inside of the drum to make it neat. Finally, a small knife is used to shape the edge of the drum and to make it balanced and durable.
I've been doing this since when I was born. I was born into it. So I started doing it professionally since 2015.
My name is Mukaila Ayoni from the compound of Oleshoku. I inherited this job from my father in the year 1991. We use different sort of wood to make different kind of drums. We use iroko, we use omo, we use akbado, we use stick, even we also use milaino. We are specialized in producing different kinds of drums. We are specialized in producing bata, dundu, iyalo, konongo, gudugudu, keri, samba, and lots more. Drumming is not a difficult task at all. Anyone can actually drum. If you put your mind to it, you can actually do it.
amongst the Zabulons, there was once Abdullah who passed on. So I'm now the second of Zabzugu. But we pronounce it as Yelzul Zabulon instead of Zabzugu Zabulon. No. Even the chief of the town is called Yelzul Lana. Right. And so I would call myself a traditional historian, a researcher, a teacher, and master musician. Within Gabon, among the chief drummers, Namona is the first in the hierarchy, and he is in Yendi. And I, Yelzul Zabulon Abdullah, is the second. Head of hierarchy. But this does not mean that if the Namona died today and I'm alive, I will move there. No. I've reached my mark. Where I've reached, I don't change again. I will stay till I die. Namona at the same time. Right. To talk about the drum, its quality and values. We have to write books. I carry my drums on my laps. When I'm even flying, my drum is here. Because I know the value. One, if you use dead goat skin to sew out drum, it won't work. If you hang it on you and you go to a bush to defecate, you've spoiled that drum. Unless it's not a correct drum.
We give all the glory to God. These drums were handed to us by our forefathers, and I have been drumming for over 80 years. We drum for different events, birthdays, naming ceremonies, housewarming, and several other occasions. When we inherited these drums from our fathers, we wear them around our necks when we play. We also drum for kings, chiefs, and the rich and wealthy, and even masquerades. We also use drum as a means of communication. With a particular drumming style, we could either tell if war is coming or if the wars are over. Drums are not meant for people who are sad. Drums are meant for people who are happy. I have been drumming since I was a child. When a child is born to Iron family and it gets to the age of 1, a small drum is built for him. When the child cries, the drum is given to him to play with, a small konongo to be precise. With this, people get to know that the child is from Iron family. More so, one can also tell if a child is from Iron family during his naming ceremony. My name is Ganiyu Oloko in Ajegede, Ojagboro. Have been in this business since 1965. The works of drums are so many that one may lost count. It's like a very long rope. If someone in a community is drumming and singing, you feel happy. And when the drums are sounding from different directions in an occasion or a festival, everyone feels happy and dance to the rhythm of the drums. Drum is the answer to happiness in music. Drumming during festivals has other great values, that when you drum for twins, they can go into trance and begin to give messages to people around them. Drumming also plays a vital role during wars, and it is also used to send messages to communities. The works of Aro are numerous. You can bring it out in the midst of drums, and you can also pack it together with drums and shekere. This Aro can be used to praise the kings and chiefs of our lands with their different names. For instance, the son of the lion, the son of the great one, and so on. My name is Jamio Akonwo Lubalowo. We were introduced into drumming at a very tender age, but we didn't start drumming with our fathers, neither did we go out to drum with them. But once it was time for us to drum, we had no choice but to start drumming. My name is Ishaka Anyabola from Ibadan City, compound of Alaje. I started drumming at a very tender age. I grew up drumming, and as a result of that, I can drum very well. Have been playing for 45 years.
So,
This bata drum is Iyalu bata. Traditionally, it is referred to as the eldest drum. This drum is known as the Omele bata. Every proverbs that the bata says, it is the Omele bata that does the interpretation for people to understand. The difference between bata and dundu is that bata belongs to Shango, the god of thunder. Anybody can play and dance to these drums, even kings and priests, and there is hardly anywhere that the bata cannot be played.
Drum therapy is there for healing. And you as a drummer, not the Rusa drummers, you are born into it. Blood, your water, everything is about it. Even if you're hungry and you're hungry properly, and it fall down and the wood crack, it's message. At time you play it and it bursts in a way, it's telling you something. Unless you don't know.
The African talking drums. For many years, the talking drum has been noted as one of the symbols of the old African tradition and an instrument of music indigenous to several African regions. However, the talking drum is more than just a cultural artifact or a musical instrument. it has served a deeper purpose over the years. And as the name implies, the talking drum can mimic the human voice. People communicate to others by using the talking drum sometimes. The message is sent from one group of drummers to another a few miles away, and then to another group of drummers until the message is heard a long distance away. Poetry is also played on the drum.
The Kingdom of Dabong, the chief transit institution of Dabong, is over 800 years now. And the history is embedded in the coconut tree here of every Lunga who has gone through the process. So during those times, even before the white man came, it was this that was the main link of communication between the citizenry and the chiefs. And even when they had to go to war, it was the Lunga. When it is time, it's the Lunga who will use the drum to tell them it's time, let's go. At the battlefield, when things get tough, it's the Lunga who will tell them. There's this war of Nasigle and Golonkumpatia at Sam. When things went hot, the drummer raised his voice in telling the chief that he thought he had married a man, not knowing that he's married a Kwalik woman. Nasigle should not let the big pot break, and then it will be scattered pieces of pots all over. So it is time he look ahead to make sure they chop victory. So it's not just, sometimes it's not just playing the drum there, but when things go and you are talking on the drum and you are not seeing responses, you can use the voice.
Okay.
But I can bet anybody, because I've tried it several times in the US, I've done it, and here I can tell anybody, once I have my drum here, mention anything, let's go, Professor, it will come here.
Origin of the talking drum. It is not certain where exactly the talking drum originated. However, it is clear that it originated from sub-Sahara Africa, where it is still played to this day. In West Africa, there are many variants of the talking drum in sizes and styles of play, especially in relation to the different languages spoken in the regions. However, one thing is consistent: the application of the drum in the relaying of messages.